There was nothing unique about it. It was just about linear equations. Okay, so a couple things. Let's figure out a few things. Summer packet. Does everyone have the summer packet, or at least know where to find the summer packet? Raise your hand if you don't. It's going to be due on Monday. I want to go over any questions you might have on the summer packet. So if you have come across anything, but it'll be due on Monday, so you'll actually physically turn it in to me. I will go through and give points for it. So that's due on Monday. So if there's anything on the summer packet, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna yeah.
Okay, so it's like the second to last page. Like,
Can I see?
Yeah.
Perfect. Because I didn't bring it with me, I'm sorry. So second to the last page. Here, let's close this. Actually, I can reopen that. Let's just do that. We'll go down here.
So, I think it's this one. Like, were these points up here supposed to be the ones?
Oh, it broke. I think they were just supposed to be.
That's the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was really confused.
I think that this graph was supposed to move down there, so that would be 100% our error, and I would not hold that to be responsible for that.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay. Oh, yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Oh, yours worked out, but
Yeah,
yours got goofed.
Mine went back. I went back and I looked at it like
Okay.
towards the end of the summer, and I'm like, it's still the same.
So sorry.
It's still the same.
Okay. Do not if it's an error, that is a complete error. That's our part. You know, some of you might have had it correct. An error on our part, you are not responsible for. You could have left it blank. So, but thank you for pointing that out. Was there any actual problems that were goof ups on our part that you might have come across on there? You're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Coach, how are you? Doing well. I sent you that SLO thing. Yeah, buddy. Anything at all on the summer packet that's coming out that's sticking out other than typographical errors and malfunctions in websites to convey to your computers? So everyone feels good about it? Okay, so that will be due on Monday, okay? And so when you turn it in, you know, please make sure it's stable. There's a stapler over there if you didn't do it at home, which is no big deal. And then make sure, please print your name on it so it's very legible for me to read. Is that cool? And then I'll put it in the grade book. There's another assignment that is going to be due on Monday as well. They're in the grade book, but the due date says for Monday that it'll be due. And does anybody have my expectations I gave you guys yesterday available that I could just take a quick glance at? Because I don't have it with me. Can I borrow yours real quick? It's in here someplace, right? Close to the back because it was, that is it. Can I borrow it? I'll give it back, I promise. If I don't give it back, chase me down. Cool? All right. On the back side of this, in bold, it says your first assignment that goes into the grade book due Monday on 17th is you need to find my YouTube page. Cool? You gotta get on the internet. You gotta find my YouTube page. There is, and then tell me two things about it. And don't panic, being, oh my gosh, she's looking for math terms about it. No. Just look at it, you know? Tell me, hey, you know, this works well with me. I have two different videos on there from yesterday. One is from my CP Accelerated Geometry, and one's from this class. Question?
Well, I know one thing about it. You have like a playlist about like top 100.
Yeah. And I don't have 100 songs on there yet. I'm still, keep meaning to go back to it. I told you I love music. One of you emailed me already, I think. Maybe it was this class or maybe it was one of my other classes. Which I was like, oh sweet, they read through my stuff. So, just email me. That's my email address. It's on the back side of this. And just tell me two things that you saw about that YouTube page. Because I just want to know that you, thank you so much. You do have access to YouTube. You have the ability to find my my information. Is that okay? Cool? So does everyone know at least 2 things that are due Monday? Yeah.
Can we email it to you?
Yeah. And my email is on the back side of that. If you can't find it, go on to the Cherry Creek school site, go to the math department, find me. Pretty easy. I think it's pretty easy. So, let's see, anything else? Notes. Hey, how did that assignment go last night? Was there any questions about the actual assignment? And I'm going to take down just a smidge of anxiety that might have taken place because yesterday was the first day. I get it. You collected a whole bunch of information. You put it in a binder. You're like, oh my gosh, which class is the book? I can't remember. I get it. So I want to go over anything you had as questions on last night's homework. And I will mark that off Monday as well. Okay? Normally this won't happen, but you know, a mulligan is always okay. I don't want people to get log on and go, oh my gosh, I'm already goofing up in a math class and I know I can't. No, I want to make sure you're able to do it. But was there any problems that you came across on last night's homework? It was out of the book that you need me to run through, or would you like me just to run through the answers real quick? Can you do the answers real quick? Yeah. So it was worksheet, it was page 1, which I believe it's number 1A in your book. And if you don't have your book yet, it was the very front page of the packet that I would have given you. Are we good? Can I go fast? Well, I'm not going to go that fast. I'm just going to, and I'm going to go across because it goes 1, 2, 3, some left to right. Is that okay? Is everybody still with me? We solid? Y'all ready for this? Okay. Number 1, the answer is -9. Number 2, the answer is 15. Number 3, the answer is 5. Number 4, the answer is -5. Number 5, and I'm going across. Everyone still catch on, or someone start going down, going, oh no, I started making. Number 5, I have an answer of 37. Number 6, I have an answer of 60. Number 7, I have an answer of 3. Number 8, I have an answer of -9. Number 9, I have an answer of 17. Number 10, I have an answer of 12. Number 11, 0. Number 12, I have an answer of -4. I'll pause there. Any questions so far? Or any I should repeat? Yeah.
How did you get negative from?
Number 12. So if I go left to right, I get -6 and 10 added together would give me +4. And then if I go +4 added to -8, that would give me -4. And I was just going off the top, so I might make an error sometimes because I don't have any. It's blank. I'm just trying to do it in my head. Question?
Oh, what was number 6?
Number 6, I have an answer of 60. Because you have the negative in a row, so you would change it to a positive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the number 1?
Number 1, the answer is -9. You have 2 negatives being summed together. Goes more negative. We good so far? So I stopped on number 12. Let me go to number 13. Is that cool? And remember, I'm going across. The answer is -1 for number 13. Number 14, the answer is -20. Number 15, the answer is it? Whoa, wait. 19 or 15. What number am I? Oh, 15, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Scared myself for a minute. I'm thinking it's 19. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Uh-oh, now we got variables. Here we go. Those are letters. Number 16, I have an answer of 15x. Number 17, I have an answer of -20x. Number 18, I have an answer of, is that -21x? Am I there?
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay. Thanks for helping. Number 19, I have an answer of -6. Number 20, I have an answer of 8x. It looks like the 5x and the -5x cancel out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Number 21, I have an answer of, is it -27?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, I'm able to do math after the summer. Yay! Number 22, I have an answer of -3. Number 23, I have an answer of 0. Now, God bless you. Is it wrong if I put an answer 0A?
Yeah.
Is 0 and 0a the same thing? I want you to think about it for a second. What does 0a represent? It represents nothing. And 0 represents. So is 0a and 0 the same thing? It is. And I'm not going to dock you on it. Now, if it's a multiple choice question, I'm not going to have an answer of 0 and an answer of 0a. Does that make sense? Because 0a means 0 times a. And 0 times a would be 0. So if you happen to leave something as 0a or 0x or something like that, and the answer is 0, you're correct. And if I make an error on it, let me know, please. Oh, shoot. What number did I go to? 24. Thank you. Is that 0 as well?
Yeah.
Holy crow. Okay. Then number 25, the answer is negative 30. Number 26, the answer is going to be 14x. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Am I going too fast for anybody? We okay? We're on number 27? All right. 0 as well? You got 1? Okay, hang on. I just did it real fast, and I'm sorry, I might have goofed up. So I have.
Never mind that.
Oh, it is 0. Okay, because the 6 and the 7 is 13, and then the negative 4 and the negative 9 is negative 13. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks for stopping me, because I could make an error real easy, and I don't mean to. Number 28, I have an answer of negative 4. Number 29, I would have an answer of 11x. Oh, good. Number 30, it looks like I have an answer of, okay, negative 6?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, I'm doing so good. I'm going to pass this class this time with like a 61%. I love it. You're a teacher. All right, number 31. Oh, now we're multiplying, right? Number 31, I have an answer of 28. Number 32, I have an answer of 54. Number 33, my answer is 0. Hey, what would happen if I put negative 0? It's still 0. 0 and negative 0 is the same thing. You know that 0 is signless. It's not positive or negative. Okay, that's something to know about. And you're like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Something just clicked. Number 34, I have an answer of negative 12. Number 35, I have an answer of negative 21. 36, the answer is negative 40. 37, the answer is negative 45. 38, the answer is positive 77, or just 77. You don't have to put a plus sign. Okay. Number 39, 48? Okay, good, thank you. 40, the answer looks like 100? Is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh, is it negative? Hang on. Okay, I got 2 negatives, so if I have 2 negatives, it'll become positive.
Oh, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
And then number 41 has 3 negatives, so it'll be what? Negative. Yeah, does that make sense? So you have 3 negative signs, it becomes negative. So I have 72, and it's negative 72?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, good. Number 42, I have a single negative. So that's going to be a negative answer. So negative, how much? 42. 42. Is that cool? All right, that's the whole front page. Do we feel okay so far? Is anyone kind of going, wait, everything just flew over my head? Well, don't say anything. Yes?
So on number 4, we said that if we have an odd number of negatives, it would be.
Oh, you're absolutely right, but what we're doing is we're adding, right? So that rule that you're thinking of, you're exactly right thinking of that rule, but it has to deal with multiplication and division. It's not addition and subtraction. Is that cool? Good question. Can I flip the page, or is there any other questions on the front side that we should address? You good to go? Yeah.
Weren't they always supposed to do the front page?
Oh, shoot. You know, you're lucky because I'm going to go over the back page, and I haven't marked off anything, so it's your choice if you want to just fill it in.
Okay.
Or I'd say follow it in and fill it in. So, call it good. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Perfect. And I might have said the wrong thing in class, and things happen. I'm human. I make mistakes. So with that known, I will never hand a test or quiz back. You go, look at what you got wrong. But if I make a mistake, you guys make fun. I'm an adult. I only try myself to sleep at least 7 days a week. And now you're going to hit me too. That's Let's see. Oh, now we're dividing. Oh shoot. Okay, number 43, I think the answer is 4.
Yes.
Number 35, I'm dividing by 2 different negatives, so the answer will be positive, and I think it's 5.
Yes.
And I could put a positive 5 if I wanted to. Number 45, I'm dividing by a negative number, and that's okay. I believe it's going to be negative 11 for an answer. Number 46, still going across, is going to be a negative answer. I think it's negative 2. Let me pause there. Questions there? You feel okay? Oh, shoot. 47, then we got a 0 in there. Now, as long as the 0 comes first, the answer will be 0. So the answer is 0 on 47. 48, I have a negative in there, so it's going to be a negative answer. So I think it's negative 30.
Yes.
Cool. Number 49, I have 2 negatives, so the answer will be positive. And the answer comes out to be 8. Number 50, I have a single negative in that problem, dividing, so I'll have a negative answer, so I get negative 9. Can I do that? Number 51, oh my goodness. We have how many negatives in there? 3. There's 3, so our answer must be what? Negative. We have an odd amount of negative numbers, so it's going to be a negative answer. So I have negative 2. Yep. Holy moly. 52. I have a single negative number when I'm dividing, so I get an answer of negative 8. 53, I have an answer of positive 3, or just 3. 54, I have an answer of 5. And let's pause there. So that, my goodness, that was a lot of problems. Oh, whew. Good thing I'm checking it off on Monday, though. Okay. We good so far? Does anyone need a stretch? Oh, one thing before I move on to the last couple problems. If you ever need to use the restroom, please don't feel that you need to sit there and raise your hand until I call on you. You know your body better than anybody else because it's your body. Please, by all means, feel that it's okay to use the restroom whenever you need to use the restroom. Okay? Now, I mean, it's your body. Please take care of yourself. Okay? And the restrooms, I think, are right across the hall, right? And if they're ever locked, then there's other restrooms in the building. So, but I think those are mainly open all the time. So please, by all means, if you do feel you need to use a restroom, obviously I'm not going to wait for you to come back, but please, by all means, do not allow yourself to be uncomfortable. Use the restroom, please. Cool? 55. The sum. Oh, shoot. It's a word problem. We got a story here. The sum of 2 negative numbers is negative. The sum? What does sum mean in math? It means adding, right? Sum? The answer, okay. But sum, the term sum, would we add, subtract, multiply, or divide, do you think? I think we add, right? Because like the product means multiply, or the quotient means divide, or the difference means subtract, right? So what do you think? If I were to sum up 2 negative numbers, so like if I had negative 8 and negative 10, if I sum them up, do I get a negative answer? Yeah. So that's going to always be true. Cool. The quotient, quotient means what? Division. The quotient of 2 negative numbers, a negative divided by a negative, is negative. That's not going to be true. That's never true. Okay. Ooh, the product. Oh, shoot. Product means multiplication. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. You guys are going to do really well with English. 3 negative numbers. So if I multiply 3 negative numbers, so like a negative 5, a negative 6, and a negative 7, if I multiply those all together, do I get a positive answer? Negative times negative times negative means I have a negative answer, it's an odd number. So that is never true. Right? Did I say that right? And then 38, the difference. Difference, subtraction. The difference of a positive number and a negative number. The difference of a positive number and a negative number is positive. Wait. So if I'm subtracting a positive number and I'm subtracting, so I had a positive number and a negative number, is it positive all the time? It sometimes is true, Okay, so if you had like -5, or wait, if we had, let's see, 5 minus -3. Yeah, so I think it's a sometimes. I think we could read into that sometimes. Okay, so that basically is how I would go through a homework assignment. Okay, I want to, and a lot of times maybe I would put it up, I'd have the answers on board so you can double check it. But here's the thing. What I will do is I'm going to come around, not this very second, but normally at the beginning of the class period, I'm going to put 1 of 3 marks on your homework. Okay, so let's say this is your homework page, and you have your name that's already printed up here, and it's out of your notebook because you know it's going to be submitted, so that you got the holes here, or maybe on the other side, depends upon how I correctly or incorrectly put it. Okay, and so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, and I'm going to give you 1 of 3 marks. I'm going to give you here, here, or here. Top, middle, or bottom. This right here means you tried all. What does try mean?
Give your effort.
Yeah, you put some effort in. You didn't draw like a palm tree on a beach going, dude, I wish I was here. You have some thought process that went towards your homework. Okay? Sometimes answers only are very possible, right? Especially if it's like 5 plus 6. You're like, dude, I don't have to show my work. I'm not going to draw 5 boxes and then 6 boxes and then count them up. No, I'm not going to do that. But sometimes effort really does need to take place. There needs to be a thought process that takes place. Do you agree? So, and I know that. I really do know that sometimes there's a thought process and sometimes an answer only is completely warranted. So, when it says try all, that means that if I had kids at one point in my career that you would have a student that had done it, and then the other student that was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do it, can I copy yours? And then someone's doing your homework for you, so you're just copying the answer. So sometimes that's unfair. Okay, but a try-all is going to get you either 3.5 or 4 points. Okay, 3.5 or 4. Now, is 3.5 pretty close to 4? This is where your honesty kicks in for me. Cool? So like if you did your whole assignment and you got pretty much everything totally right, what you're going to do at the very end is where my mark was, you're just going to put a 4 and you're going to circle it. And that you've graded yourself. Now, but what I want you to do is if you came down and you realized, oh my goodness, I made the same mistake all the way through and here I'm correcting every one of my answers, then just put 3.5 up there. So what that tells me is, hey, you know what? Maybe I should cover this concept a little bit more. You are putting your ownership on your paper. And then I collect it, I see it, put it in the grade book, pass it back to you. Okay, does that make sense? So you're putting ownership on it. Because if you say, oh, dude, there's no way I'm ever going to put 3.5 because I need the 4 out of 4 every time. Okay, so for 3.5, like, honestly, if you had 3.5s on all your homework and that meant the difference between a B and a C, I'm going to make sure the B happens for you. Okay, honestly, because you're putting ownership in your assignment. Now, if I give you a middle mark, life happened. You forgot homework for whatever reason. Okay, and this is going to get you a, that'll get you a 2.5 or a 3. I mean, honestly, it's probably going to be a 2.5, but, you know, you got half or more of the homework done. And of the half that you got done, you didn't have to make all that many corrections, but you had to fill in the rest of the answers. Okay? So then, all you do then is I'm looking for my mark that I put on your paper. Put either 2.5 if you had to change what you tried, or a 3 if you're like, dude, I'm pretty solid. I just didn't happen to get the rest of it done. If you didn't happen to get the rest of it done, just write down the rest of the answers or the work needed. And then this bottom mark is basically a 1.5 or a 2. And that basically means you tried less than half. Okay, the 2 tells me that the less than half that you did, you're pretty solid with. You didn't have any questions on it. You just, life happened and something goofed up. Okay, but the 1.5 means the less than half that you tried, you had to go and change almost all the problems. The last point value is if I put a 0 at the very bottom of your paper, it means you're sitting there with a blank sheet. Okay? You copy down the answers, I'll give you a 1. Keep it blank, you get the goose egg. So am I collecting something every day? Every time you have an assignment? Yes. Okay? But that's kind of my strategy of me collecting data off of you guys to reflect to me, to tell me, hey, maybe I didn't teach something real appropriately. If I get a whole bunch of 3.5s that get submitted, I need to go back and take a look at what I'm doing as a teacher. If I get 1 or 2 3.5s from time to time, I'm probably right there, but make sure you ask questions. If you're finding you have to change a lot of answers, please ask questions. Ask clarifying questions. Because one of the worst things in a math class, and I think most of you would agree with this, is you missed out on something. And then all of a sudden, you have a paper that is like full of errors, and you start sinking down your chair going, please let the bell ring, come on, fire alarm, come on, fire alarm. Please let the bell ring, I want a fire alarm. Don't let yourself get upside down in class. Okay, and again, I'm available for you to help. Come find me, happy to help you. It's my pleasure to help you. Don't be like, oh, I keep bugging you for help. So what? I'm here to teach. So I feel comfortable where my office is, at least between while I'm in this building up through 6th period. If I'm not in my office over there up through 6th period, I'm in this classroom teaching. You know what? If I'm teaching, if you walk in, you're off 5th or 6th period, and you're like, you know what, can I just chill in here a little bit? And if you have time, you can answer some questions. Yeah, do it. Come on in, just sit over there. Because if you sit in these desks, don't be like, are you in the right place? So, that make sense? That's the whole thing. We good? All right. Let's pass these out. This is your next page of notes. Does everyone feel okay? Anyone need to stretch, scream, sneeze, look your neighbor in the eye? It's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to start talking while I hand these out, which shouldn't lose you. And you're going to see on here real quick an acronym that deals with parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Or please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is the acronym we all use. And it's just the order of how we do things. So this, honestly, could go, once you have your notebook, the 3-ring binder, this could go into the second day's worth of notes, okay? This could go in right after the worksheet we just went over. And then this would then help you on the next page as far as homework. So, in math, there is an order of how we do stuff. And if you don't go in the correct sequence or order, your answer is going to be incorrect. Okay, everyone good? Night lights on in case you need it. So, parentheses and brackets, they basically mean the same thing. Okay, if you had this or if you had this. So square brackets versus parentheses. And sometimes you have something like that. So if you have square brackets with parentheses, what you do is you start working on the inside of it first and then you work on out. But if you have square brackets versus parentheses, square brackets don't have a higher order than parentheses. They're equal order, so take care of what's being grouped together. It's so we hold things together. Okay? Exponents Exponents are like numbers. That would be an exponent. Okay? And later in math, you could have, an exponent, a letter to that. And then when you really get kind of far in math, you could wind up with an exponent being a variable. Let's just call it an exponential equation. But we're not there yet, but I'm just trying to give you some examples. But if you had parentheses, take care of what's inside the parentheses first. If you had an exponent, take care of the exponent. If you had an exponent in parentheses, you kind of have to evaluate the problem saying, okay, would it make sense for me to add 4 squared and 3 together if that's inside parentheses? And I think we'll see an example like that. Multiplication, I think you all know what this is. Multiplication, you can read my division. And multiplication and division are the same order. So when you're dealing with multiplication and division, you basically work from the left to the right. Okay? And then addition and subtraction. And again, addition and subtraction are the same order. So on these, you would then work left to right on your problem. We'll see some examples. Feeling okay? Am I going too fast? May I move on? Any questions so far? Is that good? Go back. You're good? It's recorded too, so if you want to watch it, it's on the internet. All right. Problem letter A. We have 5 plus 2, then 7's in parentheses, and we're going to add 3. Talk to me. Yeah, what would you like me to multiply first? 2 and 7? Okay, so here's where thinking starts taking place. Can you guys see the thought process that just took place? Like if you were to come across this problem, would you be okay to say, you know what, it looks like multiplication took place? So, what should I do at this point? What should I do at that point? 5, 14, 3. Sir? I'm sorry? Add them all up. So 5 added to 14 is 19. 19 added to 3 is 22. If I added 4 and 3 together, or 14 and 3 together, and then added 5, I'd still get that. If I added 5 and 3 and then added to 14, I'd still get the same thing. So, when you count things, addition is a counting method. It doesn't matter which way you count it, you still get the same thing. Question? You're good? Cool. Problem letter B, I have 2 plus 4, and then 4 and 5, something's happening, and then minus 14 and then the 7, something's happening. Talk to me, sir. Okay, so you're here, multiplying those. I like where you're going. Is there anything else we should do? Talk to me. Okay, so if I go 14 divided by 7, what should my sign be, would you think? Does it say subtraction? Okay. So you're doing this, so it stays subtraction, and I get? 2. Okay. Now it's just an addition and subtraction problem. Do you agree? An addition and subtraction is just a method of counting. Do you agree with that? Yes. So I guess I could go 2 added to 20 to get 22, and then I'm subtracting 2 back from it. What do I get? 20. Just gotta get 20. Okay? Now some of you might see this going, well, could I say the 2 and the negative 2 cancel each other out? Uh-huh. And then what do you get? 20. Good. We doing okay? Hey! Come on in, do you all know Mrs. Cooper? Hi. Mrs. Cooper works in the Math Science Resource Room. She is wonderful. Math Science Resource Room we'll go to. If I bring in Monday, is that perfect? So what we'll do is you're going to actually get a textbook that they're going to take home that they can use as a resource. But so our printed out stuff comes back and forth, home. Then this textbook you could take home, stays at home, and then they'll have to bring it back in. So on Monday they would need their student ID. Is that correct? So student ID, you're supposed to carry this with you all the time. But we'll take our student IDs. We'll go down to the Math Science Resource Room on Monday, and we will check out a textbook. Okay? Sound good? Thank you so much, Mrs. Cooper. Let's see. You have a question, or are you going to tell me through? You got the answer? Really? And then you got the answer too? What's the step? I like your answer, but I want to hear the step. So you're taking care of this? So that's just going to be this. Is that okay? Now some of you are like, why didn't you just add the 2 and the 10 together? Can't you do that? You could have. I just wanted to show you the thought process. Talk to me.
I know the answer.
You know the answer? Okay, so let me see if my answer matches yours. 6 times 1 is 6. And then 2 and 10 is 12. And then that would reduce to give me?
1/2.
Giddy up. 1/2. Love it. Good job. Y'all feeling okay? All right. Uh-oh. Look at the letter D. I have square brackets and parentheses. So what did I tell you in the beginning? Take care of the furthest inside and you work your way out. Okay. So I'm going to do here first. So what is this going to give me? 2. And I'm just going to write down each step. And you're like, oh my gosh, do we really have to write everything down? No, but you know what? It's nice to see all the steps that I could write down. So I'm going to get this. Where did the parentheses go? Yeah, they're gone. We don't have to group anymore because we took care of the math that was inside of them. So do I have more grouping symbols? Parentheses and square brackets are the same thing. They group. Okay, so what's the next step? 6 minus 2. Good. So 6 minus 2, I can do the arithmetic here. So that's going to give me just 4. So the answer would wind up being 12. So square bracket and parentheses are the same thing. So if you have a number next to a square bracket or a number next to a parenthesis, it means you're going to multiply. So you're going to wind up with an answer of 12. Letter E, what do we think? Letter E. Exponent first. So what number has an exponent with it? 4 does. Do you agree? Okay. So 4 squared. What does 4 squared mean? 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So I have 2 times 16 plus 1. Okay. 2 times 16 plus 1. What's 2 times 16? Why should I not go 16 plus 1 and then multiply it? Not the order of operations. Good. So we have a sequence of rules that we have to follow. So 16 multiplied to 2 is going to be 32. And then I'm going to add 1 to that. So that's going to result in an answer of 33. All right. Last one, letter F. I have 10 minus 2, and then there's a quantity, 3 and 2. Order of operations would suggest to do what first? Do the parentheses. So if I do the parentheses first, what do I get if I do the parentheses first? 7. Does everyone feel comfortable with that? So I have 10 minus 2, and 2 is now going to be multiplied times 7. Do you feel comfortable with the math I just did? Okay. What is the next step? 2 times 7. Let's be careful. What's the sign still going to be if I do that? It's going to be negative. Is a negative sign and a subtraction sign about the same thing? Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be 10 subtracting 14. I could have also changed it to 10 plus negative 14 if I wanted to. It's going to be the same idea. And my answer results in to be negative 4. Awesome. How do you all feel? Does it seem like an okay thing? I think I have one last page, one last part of notes, I think. Do you have it too? Or am I done? Oh, there's 2 more? Okay. Okay. You guys ready? We can do it. Got like 8 minutes left. Woo! Okay. Oh boy. We have parentheses, we have exponents, we have a division sign, we have an addition sign. I'm pretty sure the first thing to do is not add 4 and 3 together. Do you feel comfortable making that? So then I would say we need to do what first? What's inside the parentheses? Now, to the third. To the third. Okay, so you're absolutely right. We're going to take care of what's in the parentheses. But I can't go 4 squared and can't subtract 2 to the third. Okay, they just don't mesh together. So then I kind of have to like step out of order. Okay, parentheses, then exponents. But exponents sometimes have to take place first if they happen to be inside the parentheses. Does that make sense how I said that? All right. So I think, so let's take care of, we have our parentheses still. 4 squared is 16 minus 2 to the third. What does that mean? Yeah. 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times another 2 would be 8. And that's still inside parentheses. And then I have this division sign here. Okay, so now we're going to change the color. All right. I'm just changing color just because it looks pretty, not because like some magical event's taking place. Where should I go from here? What's still available? Talk to me. Parentheses. So let's take care of what's in this region. So I get what? 8. Do I have to keep 8 in parentheses? If I want to, it's okay, but I don't need to. So I get 8 divided by 4 plus 3. What's the higher order, addition or division? Division is good. So what's 8 divided by 4? 2. So again, I'm just changing color just to keep it pretty. So that gives me 2. And then I still have added the 3. So obviously my answer should be 5. Cool. I love it. Okay. There's things that are taking place. It is a fraction. So we're dropping an F-bomb in here. Fractions. Okay? It happens. We happen to have parentheses on top. We have an exponent on bottom. So I think let's take care of what's on top. What's the first thing that should take place up on top? The parentheses. So we're going to take care of that. So that's going to give me 2
times 10.
Is that okay? What about it down here? Can I take care of stuff down there? Yeah, what's going to happen first? 2 squared, which is 4. And then that's going to be multiplied to 3. Are we okay with the thought process? It looks like we have a few multiplication situations up here. We good? What do you think? Somewhere on this side. I love you, though. Yeah.
You do 10 times 2.
Oh, yeah. We're there. We're going to take care of that. So that's going to give me 20, I believe. And that's still plus 4. And then what gives me on the bottom? 12. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We good? Okay, cool. Now, this is kind of weird. We have like a whole bunch of stuff in the numerator and just a number on the denominator. So where do you think we should approach this? Because a fraction is actually division. Oh, shoot. What should we do first, though, you think? Yeah. Think you should add? I like it. So that would give me 24 over 12. I really think that's the right thing to do. What's my answer going to be? 2. How do you all feel? Are we good? All right, so let's review real quick. Just a few items that you need to make sure are good to go for this weekend. Okay? Let me go down here. Let me go to this page. Okay, so you need to find my YouTube page and email me. 2 things you found. Just 2 facts. Okay? Don't be like, oh, I have to be so specific. No, 2 facts. Just like, oh, this video was 46 minutes. Or I saw this and this. It's good. It doesn't have to be something amazing. Okay? So that's the first thing. Second thing is summer packet. Now, summer packet, I'm just going to collect. I'm not going to mark top, middle, bottom. And then I'm going to collect the third thing, which was our very first assignment, which is done right now, right? I went over the whole thing. Did I mark it? I didn't mark. I didn't put a mark on it yet. Okay? And then And this looks like a lot of homework, but it really isn't. It's just you're submitting a whole lot of stuff. And then the very last thing is our assignment for this weekend is going to be worksheet number 1B, which is at the top, or it's pages, oh, it's just page 3. It's page 3. There's not a back to it. This I will mark. Okay, so this is going to get you your 4, 3.5, the 2, the 2.5, or the 1.5. So this should be easy. This should be done. This I know is done. We did it in class, and this is the new thing. Is that cool? Does everyone feel comfortable so far? Okay? Any questions? Did I teach okay today? Anyone gonna? Well, in our last minute of class, let's have a little fun. Let's just use a smidge of critical thinking. Can we do that? When you're packing up, which is awesome. I'm going to put this your way, and I want you to think about this problem. You okay with this? Ready? 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 Myself and 2 of my friends. So how many people are we talking about? 3. 3. We went on a trip. We stopped for the night at a hotel. Still with me in this situation? Yes. So it's still me and my 2 friends. So a total of 3 of us. Still with me? We get to the counter. The guy says, "Hey, we're running a special. That room is $30." So we all decide, my friends and I, $10, $10, $10. Still with me? So how much is the room? $3. There. How many of us are there? 3. Does it make sense that we divided it up that way? A few minutes later, we're up in the room. We're like, "Oh, this is a nice room. Check it out." Get a knock on the door. It's the clerk. I made a mistake. It's Friday night. The room's only $25. Still with me? So, my friends and I, which is a total of how many of us? 3. We say, you know what? Give us each $1 back, and you keep a $2 tip. Does that make sense? So, rather than paying, each of us paying $10 each for the room, we paid $9 each for the room. 9 times 3 is 27. We gave the guy how much of a tip? $2 tip, which is 29. Where did that other dollar just go? You have the weekend to think about that. Have a great day. And that's recorded if you need to hear it over again.